Hi there, my name is Avery. I like books and it has been a long time. Please ignore the mess behind me. It's just messy. And also, ignore my hair. It's also messy. Here are my Bookopoly. Here is my Bookopoly for April. I know it's late into April. It's the 7th when I'm filming this, so it's probably going to be like the 9th when you see this. But I'm going to do it this time. As penance for not doing the last one. I know I said in the beginning I was going to unhaul books, but I'm a hoarder, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, my plan is I'll do like a punishment book of sorts, and I'm not even going to explain how many books I did or didn't read from last time you saw this Bookopoly, because I think I only read one. So we're going to just ignore that. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. Other than that, the rules are the same, 5 rolls plus any extra doubles or whatever. So here's roll number 1. Okay, so I left off here and we'll do 5 rolls. These are the dice this time. So that is a 10. So I'm going, which way am I going? I'm going that way, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's LGBTQIA+. Okay, so for the first roll, I got an LGBTQIA+ book. So for this one, I'm really excited to read it, and I've had it for a little bit. That's the Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. And this is a book told in verse about a drag queen, I believe. Michael is a mixed-race gay teen growing up in London. All his life he's navigated what it means to be Greek and Jamaican, but never quite feeling Greek or Black enough. Yeah, it's about a drag queen, pretty much. I'm very excited to read it. I know it'll be a fast read because it's told in verse. And I'm very excited to read it. This is one of the books that I was most anticipating in 2020, and then I just never got to it because I didn't buy it until like December or something. Okay, so roll number 2. Roll number 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dystopian. For the second roll, I got dystopian. So for that, I'm planning to read Severance by Ling Ma. I don't really know much about this other than it's like in an apocalypse, and I don't think I want to know anything more about it. It's supposed to be really weird, and for that I'm really excited for it. So I don't really have much to tell you. Apocalypse, dystopian. Roll number 3 is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, young adult fantasy. Okay, so for roll number 3, I got young adult fantasy. So originally when I was making my list of this, I was planning to read We Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim, but given some of the stuff that's been happening on book Twitter, I thought it seems like the perfect time to read We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal. Not to worry about We Scavenge the Stars, I will definitely be reading that, but, you know, I just think, why not read this when I have a perfect opportunity to just slip it into the books that I need to read eventually, or, you know, need to read this month. So this book is, I believe it's like Mulan, but like clothing design competition. I'm not really positive, but I really hope that I like this author's writing, because their newest book that's coming out, called I think a Tempest of Tea, sounds really interesting to me. So I hope that I love this. And also the cover's really pretty. Sorry it's in a bag. I like to keep my Alcrate books in like their bag until I read them. It's just like a thing. But yes, excited to read this finally. Roll number 4. That is a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's Mom Pick. For roll number 4, I got Mom Pick, so I'm gonna play that video now. Okay, take your book. And there's a couple books that are like blocked and like on the other side. That one? That's the wrong way. Are you even talking? So you pick it. Why'd you pick it?
Nev. Like catfish.
Okay. Okay, so my mom picked The Final Revival of Opal and Neve by Donnie Walton. I was gonna say Wilson Walton. And I haven't heard a lot about this because I haven't really been like looking around at stuff, but I've heard it's good. And I've also heard that it's like Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm not positive. I don't want to just compare books to other books or other things, but it's about famous people in a band. And that's all I really know, and I really don't like reading synopses, so that's all I plan to know going into this. And finally, if I don't get a double, roll number 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a book of the month book. Okay, so luckily I didn't roll any doubles, so I don't have to add any more to my 5 books. So for this 5th roll, I got book of the month book, which is funny considering that I already have 2 on here. So now I have 3, and for this I'm picking the book that I actually picked for, like, from book of the month for April. Wait, no, is this month April? For April. And that's Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala. Manansala. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I will definitely look it up for further videos with this book. And I'm sorry about that. But this is the book. Basically, it's about a girl who runs a restaurant and her ex-boyfriend dies after eating at the restaurant and everyone thinks she poisoned him. That's kind of it. So as I mentioned already, I'm going to be adding like a punishment book. So all the books that I like own, I plan to read and I'm excited to read. But I was talking about it with my mom and she was saying that I should do a book that I'm like intimidated by. So for this, I actually thought it'd be a good idea to read one of the like novels, full-length novels that I have in German, which is not my native language. So it's going to be difficult. Especially since the only other books that I've read in German are like mangas or like shorter books for like kids or like chapter books, you know? So I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to pick between these 2 books by Marika Nijkamp, who is one of my favorite authors. Their writing is wonderful. All of the books by them that I've read, which are these 2 in English, I've given 5 stars to. So this one is 54 Minuten, which is in English, this is where it ends. It has like chalk on the cover. I'll put it up. So that's that. And then this one is Nur in der Dunkelheit leuchten die Sterne. And this one is in English, Before I Let Go. And I'll pop that up. But this one was one of my favorite books of last year, and this one was one of my favorite books of whatever year this came out. So I think 2017, I'm unpositive. But yeah, I'll be choosing between these 2 books and reading it, hopefully, as my punishment book for not having read anything. Okay, so those are the 6 books that I'm reading this month, that I am like obligated to read this month. Just as an aside, I'm also rereading right now Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, which I know is going to be 5 stars, but I'm just rereading it because I wanted to. And I'm also in the middle of reading A Worthy Opponent by Katie Robert, which I'll pop up too. And other than that, I have no strict plans for reading. So that should be it. Thank you for being here, and that's it.